Hello and welcome to this week's issue of BRN United. As you can tell, I'm sitting in my car. It's a rainy day, and I'm delighted to have Reverend Hal Hopkins join me for this week's issue of BRN United. Pastor Hopkins serves as a church planting catalyst in Philadelphia with the North American Mission Board and a part of our Baptist Resource Network. Recently, Pastor Hopkins made a mission trip to Africa, and I thought it would be great to kind of hear some of his story and what we might learn from his experiences. So welcome, Reverend Hopkins, and tell me, where did you go in Africa, and what were some of the things that you did?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Smith. It's good to be with you, and I'm delighted to talk about the trip to Africa. We were there for about 2.5 weeks, including our travel time, and we spent all of our time in the nation of Zambia. And Zambia is located in the southern part of Africa, just above South Africa. We spent time in 3 cities, the capital city of Lusaka. We also went to Chingola and Ndola. Those are the 3 cities that we did our ministry in, and we have 3 pastor partners in each of those respective cities that we worked with.
We won't ask you to spell those, but now,
thank you.
Now, I understand that this was not your first time to make a trip like this to Africa.
That's correct. This is actually my 4th trip to Africa and my 3rd trip to Zambia. And each of those experiences has been a tremendous experience, eye-opening, just tremendous opportunity for ministry.
Well, you mentioned about eye-opening. Some of those that'll be listening to this video, they're pastors in local churches, and they may wonder, why should I do something like that? How have you seen this kind of mission involvement kind of shape you in ministry, kind of your heart for mission and missionary activity?
Great question, Dr. Smith. I'm reminded, particularly on these mission trips that I've had an opportunity to participate in, I'm reminded of how blessed we are, and reminded as well of the tremendous challenge that has been given to us regarding the gospel and our need to get the gospel in a very urgent way to the ends of the earth. We have so much here in this country, and in many ways we become very complacent with the gospel message. But you go to a place like Africa, they have so little, and yet their passion for the gospel is just tremendous. They have a heart to want to see the gospel spread. They make tremendous sacrifices to hear the gospel. They want to hear it preached and taught, and it seems they never get enough of it.
Well, thank you, Hal, for joining us today, and thank you for the stories about your mission opportunity in Africa. And if you're interested in learning more about how you might become involved in being a part of an overseas mission opportunity, let us know. Dr. Pam Smith leads our Missional Living team, and she'd be delighted to talk to you about ways that you might be able to serve in a volunteer capacity overseas as well. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.